Hello everyone. Now in this lecture we will discuss debug register. So debugging of 80386 allow data access breakpoint as well as code execution breakpoint. So a breakpoint means we define some entry point or we define some stoppage points in code. At the time processor will check the execution and check the error if error is generated during the execution. These breakpoint related to some interrupt or exception condition also. So debugging of 80386 allow data access breakpoints as well as code execution breakpoint also. So 80386 contains 6 debug register to specify breakpoint condition, breakpoint control option and breakpoint status. So 80386 has 8 debug register from DR0 to DR7. DR0 to DR3 you can see in this diagram using for the linear breakpoint address condition. DR4 and DR5 reserved for the future use, and for the Intel reserve means it is not used by the 80386 processor but it can be used. DR6 and DR7 register, so DR6 used for the status purpose and DR7 used for the breakpoint control condition. Then linear breakpoint address registers. So the breakpoint addresses specified are 32-bit linear addresses. While debugging, Intel 386 hardware continuously compare the linear breakpoint address in DR0 to DR3 with the linear address generated by executing software. So basically, we generate the breakpoint and we implement the breakpoint in code. Then processor will continuously compare these breakpoint condition with the predefined breakpoint condition which contain into DR0 to DR3 register. Then you can see here debug control register. It is your DR7 register. DR0 to DR3 register we use for the linear breakpoint address condition. DR4, DR5 are reserved for the future use by Intel, and DR7 is your debug control register and DR6 is your status register. So we can see, so we will discuss DR7 and DR6 register. This is your DR7 register. You can see the diagram L0 G0, L1 G1, L2 G2, L3 G3, then LE GE, then GD W R for read and write, LEN for the length, length 1, length 0, length 1, length 2 and length 3. Read write, so W0, W1, W2, W3, R0, R1, R2, R3. These bits we will discuss. Length, first we will discuss length bit, LEN I. So I you can see in this diagram also from length 0 to length 3. So that's why I value is 0 to 3. Breakpoint length specification bits. So these bits basically define the breakpoint length condition. 2-bit field for each breakpoint. Specify length of breakpoint field. So length bit basically is 2-bit field and specify the length of breakpoint field. The choices of data breakpoint are 1 byte, 2 byte and 4 byte. Then for instruction execution breakpoint the length is 1. You can see here in this diagram length encoding. If length is 00 then breakpoint field width is 1 byte. If length is 01 then breakpoint field is 2 byte. If length field is 10 it is undefined, and 11 that means 4 byte. So breakpoint field width you can define by the length bit, and length bit is your 2-bit field. So if this bit is 00 in that case your breakpoint field width is 1 byte. If your length field is 01 in that case your breakpoint field width is 2 byte. If 10 in that case it is undefined, and 11 in that case it is 4 byte field. Then debug control register, next bit is read write bit. So read and write bit I equal to 0 to 3. You can see in this diagram also W1, W2, W3 from W0, R0 to R3. So I value is 0 to 3. Memory access qualifier bit. This is also 2-bit field and specify the type of uses which must occur in order to activate the associated breakpoint condition. So basically this will define the in order to activate the associated breakpoint, or this will define what operation you will perform. So if W bit is 0 and R bit is also 0, in that case, what is the use of this breakpoint field? It is used for the instruction execution only. If W bit is 1 and read bit is 0, in that case, you can use this data breakpoint field only for the data writes only. If it is 1 0 means W bit is 0 and read bit is 1, in that case it is undefined. And if both bit are 1, in that case we use this breakpoint field for the read and write purpose. Then GD bit. GD bit is your global debug register access detect bit. Basically this bit we are using for the protection purpose also. If debug register can only be accessed in real mode or at privilege level 0 in protected mode. GD bit, if set, provide extra protection against any debug register access even in real mode or at privilege level 0 in protected mode. So basically these debug register we can access in real mode or at the privilege level 0 condition, but for the protection purpose we use GD bit also. If your GD bit is set to 1, in that case it provides the extra protection for the debug register. So this additional protection feature is provided to guarantee that the software debugger can have full control over the debug register resources when required. The GD bit when set cause an exception 1 fault if an instruction attempt to read or write any debug register. Means if your GD bit is set to 1, in that case you cannot access any debug register. If you wanted to try access any debug register, in that case your exception will be generated. Exception 1 fault will be generated. So GD bit is then automatically clear when the exception 1 handler is invoked, allowing the exception 1 handler free access to debug register. GE bit and LE bit, exact data breakpoint match global and local. So these bit basically we are using for the breakpoint match condition. If either GE or LE, GE we are using for the global exact condition and LE we are using for the local exact condition. So any data breakpoint trap will be reported exactly after completion of the instruction that caused the operand transfer. LE bit is clear during task switching operation or GE bit is unaffected during the task switching operation. Because LE bit is related to local task, so that's why whenever task switching operation is performed, LE bit is changed but GE bit is remain unchanged during the execution, task execution. Task switching. GI or LI, breakpoint enable global and local condition or bits. If either GI and LI is set, then the associated breakpoint is enabled. Then debug status register. A debug status register allows the exception 1 handler to easily determine why it was invoked. Basically this determines the condition why debug status register allows the exception 1 handler to easily determine why it was invoked. It can be invoked as a result of one of the several conditions. DR0 breakpoint fault and trap condition, DR1 again breakpoint fault and trap condition, DR2 and DR3 for the breakpoint fault and trap condition, then in a single step execution mode or in a task switching mode or when GD bit is set to 1. So these are the conditions when this exception is generated. So BI bit, BI it is also 0 to 3, debug fault trap due to breakpoint 0 to 3. So for breakpoint indicator flag B0 to V3 correspond 1 to 1 with the breakpoint register in DR0 to DR3. B0 is related to linear breakpoint condition in DR0, B1 is related to linear breakpoint address condition in DR1, B2 is related to linear breakpoint address condition in DR2 and B3 is related to breakpoint address condition in DR3. So these related to 1 to 1 with the breakpoint register in DR0 to DR3. A flag BI is set when the condition described by DRI, length I and WRI occurs. So PD bit. So debug fault due to attempted register access when GD bit is set. So GD bit we have discussed, it is used for the protection purpose. If GD bit is set to 1, in that case we cannot access any debug register. So if GD bit is set and if you attempt to access any debug register, in that case your fault is generated. So this fault is generated by GD bit is set to 1 and you are accessing even in you are accessing the debug register if GD bit is set to 1. So this bit is set if the exception 1 handler was invoked due to the instruction attempting to read or write to the debug register when GD bit was set. BS bit, it is related to single step execution mode. If your trap flag is set in flag register, in that case your single step execution mode is enabled, or in that case your BS bit is set. So this bit is set if the exception 1 handler was invoked due to the trap flag bit, and trap flag bit is set into the E flag register. Trap flag bit basically related to single step execution mode. And what is single step execution mode? After executing any instruction, your processor will stop and check for error. So this is the breakpoint condition. Then BT bit. BT bit is related to task switching. Whenever task switching operation is performed, in that case your BT bit is set to 1. Then next है test register. This thing we will discuss into next lecture. Thank you.